Your test is in the tray if you want to get it and finish it. Alright guys, look, so 18 is not a perfect square, but what is the perfect square that goes into 18? 9. 9 times what is 18? 2. You can do anything you want to a problem as long as you don't change the meaning. I still have 18. It's just 9 times 2 now, okay? Alright, remember that you have to make these exponents even. So what's the biggest even number under 9? 8. So same thing. You still have to have 9. So 8 x's and 1 x makes 9.
So is that 9.2 or why?
9 times. It's the times. 9 times 2 is 18.
I didn't write that. Why is there a 2x?
Because I have to break this 9 into even numbers. So it's 8 and 1.
Yeah, but when the 2, like, are you, if it's square root, what we just put 9?
You can't change 18. You still have to have 18. So I have to do 9 times 2 because 9 times 2 is 18. Alright, let's see. But this one's even. So if this is even, where's he going to go? He's already even. Huh? No, guys, come on. We just did this yesterday. Where's it going to go if it's even? Somebody said something, but I couldn't understand what you said.
If you divide it by 2.
You divide it by 2, and where's it go? Inside or outside? Come on. No.
No, it goes
Outside. As what? What's half? Come on, guys. What's half of 16?
8.
8. There you go. And then this z, I can't do anything with that. Alright, so I can take the square root of 9. What's the square root of 9? 3. There you go. And let's see, I gotta bring this y to the 8 down. And let's see, I can do half of 8. I can take the square root of x to the 8. What's that?
4.
X to the 4. There you go. Alright, anything else that I didn't mark out has got to stay underneath the radical.
Z.
So 2xz. Bless you.
Doing that, the 2x.
Yeah, there's one out to the front and one here.
Like above that.
Yeah, this was x to the 8. You had to have 9 x's. So this is x to the 8 and then x to the 1. 8 and 1 gives you 9. Alright, come on. We got to know how to do it. You got a factoring test coming up. So you got to have factors of 5. What's the factors of 5? 5 and 1 or 1 and 5, either one. And you got to have factors of 12. What's the factors of 12? 4 and how much? 3. There you go. Alright, so look, the first is easy. You know what the first has to be. The first has to give you 5. Hold on, let me let it focus. The first has to give you 5b squared. The only ones that will give you 5b squared are 1 and 5. So 1b and 5b. Nope, b, not x. Alright, I'm trying to get to this middle number every single time. I'm trying to get to 19. So 5 times which number over here is going to get me closest to 19. It's okay if it goes over. It's not a big deal. 5 times 4?
Yeah.
And is that the closest one?
Yeah.
That's 20. Alright, and then I've got to do, let's see, if I do 4, I've got to use 1 times 3. 1 times 3 is 3. That's not going to give me 19. So that's not going to work. Ooh, let's see. What else could I have used? That one's not going to work. No, that's too big. We'll see. 5 times 2 is 10. Be 16. So none of them will work.
No, if you use 5 times 3 is 15 before.
Oh gosh, I didn't even see that. Yes, Abby, very good. 5 times 3 is 15. And then put the 4 over here. Let's do this again. Let's scratch this out and do this again. Alright, so your first was 5b and 1b, right? First, outer, inner, last, remember? FOIL. So we did a first. Outer is, let's see, we're going to do 5 times 3, which was 15. and then the other number is 4, so it'd be 1 times 4. And I got to add them, so that means they're both going to be positive. Very good, Abby. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, this is coming soon. We got to remember how to do this for what's coming right before Christmas, okay? Where are we at? So when you divide the bases, so let's remember this. If you had one base, give me a number. 5, give me another number.
92.
Okay, we're not really going to do it, so it's okay. All right, give me another number. 2, one more. 3. Okay, one base, you multiplied those, right? 2 bases, like this, you added those. So if I'm dividing the bases, what would I do to the exponent? You would subtract them, right? So look, guys, you always subtract them so that it's positive. So do your W's. You've got W to the 9 and W to the 6. What's 9 minus 6?
3.
That's 3. Now, where is the biggest exponent of those W's? Because that's where it's going to go. Top one or the bottom one? Top one. So W to the 3 goes on top. All right, same thing with the X's. You see these X's right here? Hey, Maddie. So subtract them so it's positive. Do 4 minus 2. What's 4 minus 2? 2. Where's it going to go? Which one's bigger? Bottom one. There you go. We're going to do them forever, so don't worry, okay? All right, where are we at? Let's see. The bigger, whatever's left over goes where the biggest exponent is. See that 4 was bigger than that 2?
Yeah.
And then that 9 was bigger than that 6. That's why the W's went on top. So like if you had,
Oh, I see that.
you sure? Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. Investigators estimate the speed in miles per hour of a car that skids to a stop on a dry asphalt road by. Okay, so look, they're telling you how to do this problem, okay? So it's not anything you've ever done before. So you're going to multiply the length of the skid. So how far was the skid? Let's see.
It'd be about 30.
How far was the skid? 400 feet. So you're going to take 400, and it said to multiply. So you're going to multiply the length of the feet by 30. So by 30. So we're going to multiply that by 30. So how much is that? Yep. Let's see. And then we're going to take the square root of that. So what's the square root of that? Y'all know how to?
109.5.
109.5? Well, that was pretty easy.
So, is that like a real thing that they use? Think about?
Yes and no. It's not the full method that they use, but it's simplified down so that you can be able to do it.
We do a lot of complicated stuff
Yes.
to figure out how
It's
hard-
basically they just want you to see, they want to see if you can take what they've given you and actually get the answer. So it's a little bit different than anything you've ever done, but they want to say, hey, this is how we do it. Can you do it? Okay. Let's see. 5. You got an ACT prep question right here. The points lie on a certain plane. Plane D is on EF between EF. It's just the length of ES is. All right. So it's 4 times. What you got, Hunter? G. All right. Let's see. What's the length of D? Okay, so you've got point D in here somewhere, and they cut it, it's 4 times. You've got 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You got 4 pieces? Y'all okay with that? And so if you're going from 6 to 14 and from 4 to 12, so how much is the difference between, what's 14 minus 6?
8.
How much?
8.
8. So if I'm going to split 8 into 4 pieces, how much is that? So divide that by 4. 2. So 6, this piece would be 8, this piece would be 10, this piece would be 12, and then 14, right? Actually, I did that one too many. Sorry. This is 10. This is 12. One too many. All right, same thing with your y's. You're going from 12 to 4. So how much is that?
6.
6, and then divide it by, wait a minute. That's not 8. That's 8.
I thought you were subtracting.
No, subtract 12 minus 4. Divide it by 4 pieces. So let's see, if you're at 4, then that would be at 6, and then that would be 8, and then 10, and then 12, right? So what's it say? What's the coordinates of D? So yeah, 8 and 6. Very good, Hunter. Very good. Sorry that I messed up all my writing right there. Sorry, guys. All right, so here's what we got. I'm going to have to be out tomorrow for a technology thing in the library. So I'll be here, but I won't be here. So we're going to take our bell ringer test tomorrow, which means today we've got to finish up matrices stuff, and then we're going to review, make sure everybody's okay for tomorrow, okay? Got it? What?
What do you mean by that?
The factoring stuff. The stuff that I told you was going to be tested on. We're going to go over it, don't worry. Well, we're going to move it to tomorrow since I have to be out tomorrow. That way y'all won't be behind.
I thought you said like next week.
I know, but we're going to move it because I'm going to be out tomorrow. That way y'all won't be behind. We've been doing it for 2 months. Actually, y'all been doing it for 2 years, but anyway. All right. You ready? Page 5? Got it? If you were out yesterday, you got a checkpoint, and you got a quiz coming up soon.
What page?
Page 5? Yeah. Alright, here we go. So, remember... Hi, you ready?
Using.
That's why we're going over it again. Alright, you've got to check your dimensions. You ready? So, how many rows do I have? 2. And how many columns do I have? 2. Same thing here. How many you got? 2 by 2. So, the middle 2 have got to be the same so that they cancel out. And the ones on the left are what's left. And that's your answer. So, you have a 2 by 2. You got to do that for 2 reasons. First of all, if you don't do that, you're going to get the answer wrong. Second of all, if you do that, it'll help you get your answer. So you see that you're going to have a 2 by 2 matrix. So you can go ahead and make your blanks and everything. I don't know about y'all, but it makes my life so much easier when I do that. Are y'all okay? Okay. All right. Let's take, it doesn't matter where you start, wherever you want to. Let's go here. Which row is this one in? The top one or the bottom one? The top one. So you're going to take the top row, which is 3 and -1. What column is this in? The first column or the second column? First column. So you're going to take the first row and the first column. So what's 3 times 3? 9. And what's -1 times 2?
6.
-2. And that is 7. Are y'all okay? Alright. And it's a little confusing, I know that. Alright, same thing. What row is this one in? The top row? There you go. So I'm going to take the same top row, 3 and -1.
3 times.
What column? Hold on. What column? Second column. So 3 times -1.
Is negative.
-3. And then -1 times 4?
Negative 4.
-4. And that's -7 when you add them together.
You were always adding together?
Always. Always.
So this is going to be on the test tomorrow?
No, baby. This is just stuff we're doing. This is going to be on your test next week.
Oh.
Bell ringer test is just factoring. That we did every stinking day for a month of factoring. Alright, what about this one? What row is this one in? Top or bottom? Bottom. Okay, so if you want to, look, if you do it this way, then you can go ahead and scratch out this top row so don't look at him anymore, okay? If that helps you, then do it, okay? One less thing you got to look at.
I have a question.
What?
So 2 times
Okay,
3.
so if you have negatives like 9 plus -2, why don't you just do 9 minus 2?
Just keep in your head of all you can, but always get in the habit of adding because there's going to be another place where we're going to subtract. So just always put that plus sign and then put the other one. It'll just keep you from getting confused because it's already a little confusing as it is.
Right. All right.
But yeah, you could say 9 minus 2 if you wanted to. All right, so we're going to take the second row. What about the column? What column is this one in? First one or second one? First one. All right, what's 2 times 3? 6 and 4 times 2? So 6 plus 8 is 14.
Can we cross out that first one?
No, I'm not done with that one yet. Oh, we can cross out the first column, yeah, if you want to. Yeah. All right, this one's in the bottom row and the second column. So we're going to do -2 plus 16. And that's 14. -2 plus 16 is 14. That's all you got to do. All right, let's do 4. Here we go. You ready? You have to check the dimensions, okay? Because just like number 7, if they don't match up, then you can't do it. All right, so let's see. This is a 2 by 2. Bless you. And this is a 2 by 3. So those middle two match up, so you can mark them out. And your answer is going to be what's left. Your answer is a 2 by 3. So go ahead and, let's see, let's make some room. So you can have 2 rows and 3 columns. All right, here we go. This one's in the first row and the first column. So we're going to do -3, 1, and 4, -3. So what's -3 times 4? -12. I have one person that can multiply. Yay. And what's 1 times -3? -3. So you got -12 plus -3 is -15. Are y'all cool with just going that whole row? Is that okay with y'all?
So -3. You go to that one.
Yeah. -3 times 4 was -12. And then 1 times -3 was -3. Add them together and you get -15. -12 plus -3. Alright, let's do this one. This one's in that same first row. Okay, so we're going to use that -3, 1 again. But now it's in the second column, so we're going to use 0, 1. So -3 times 0 is 0. 1 times 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1. Is it getting a little bit easier, maybe? Kinda. Okay, we can deal with kinda. All right, same thing. That's still in that first row, so we're still going to use the -3, 1, and we're going to use the last one. So -2 times -3 is 6, and 1 times 1 is 1. So 6 plus 1 is 7. So now that you use that whole first row, you can mark that one out if you want to. All right, everything's on the last row now. Ow, dadgummit. All right, so we're going to use, let's see. This one's in the first column, so we're going to use the first column. So 5 times 4 is? Anybody? 20. -2 times -3 is? 6. So 20 plus 6, 26. Is it? Sweet. Once it makes sense, it's easy, but just getting it to make sense is a little difficult. What? Where? I did 4 times 5, and then -2 times -3. I use this row in this column. All right. So that whole column is done. So I can mark out that column now. All right. Now we're gonna go to the second column. Okay. 5 times 0 is 0 plus -2 times 1. -2. -2 multiply. And that's -2. So I'm done with that column. Everything in that column's done. You good? Jack? You good, dear?
Yes.
You sure? You're positive? It looks like you're fiddling with something you ought not be fiddling with right now.
Already done.
You did?
26, -2, and -12.
Oh, let's see. All right. -10. Look at you go. You so smart. Very good. Very good.
How'd you get so small?
I know. How'd you get so smart? All right, here we go. Number 5. That's what, 3 by 2 and a 2 by 2. We did this yesterday. We just did the dimensions, so it cancels out, and our answer is going to be a 3 by 2 again. So we're going to have another big one. So let's see. We got 3 rows and 2 columns. I did not make that big enough. We're going to have to make that pretty tiny. Whew. Okay. So this one's tall and skinny. All right, here we go. First row. First column, so 3, -2, and 1, 2. So what's 3 times 1?
3.
3, thank you, Allie. And -2 times 2? And that is -1. Y'all okay? Makes sense now? Good. All right, let's do this row again. But now we're going to do the second column. So 3 times 2 is 6, and -2 times 1 is -2. -6 plus 2 is +4. All right, so now we're done with that whole first row. That whole first row is done. That's 6 plus -2, yep. Yep. All All right, this one we're going to do the second row. So we're going to do 0, 4. And we're going to do the first column. So 0 times 1 is 0. 4 times 2 is?
16.
4 times 2 is 8. Oh, not 4 squared. He's thinking 4 squared. It's 8. 4 times 2.
Alright.
That's all right. All right, now we're going to do the second column. 0 times 2 is 0. 4 times 1 is 4. So 0 plus 4 is 4. Ooh, that's a funky looking 4. Hold on. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, so we're down to the second column. Second row, excuse me. Last one, you ready? Let's see, first row. So negative 5 plus 2. And that is negative 3. And we're going to do the last column now. Negative 10 plus 1. That's negative 9. Y'all okay? Alright, we only got 3 more. So let's see. Y'all try 6. See if you can do 6. Did y'all get that? 24, negative 15, 14, negative 17? Y'all okay? Alright, cool. We got 2 more, and then we're going to go over what's going to be on your bell ringer test tomorrow. Where are we at? Alright, this is a 2 by 2. This is a 2 by 2. So your answer is going to be a 2 by 2. Y'all see if you can try 8. Y'all try 8. Alright, there's the answer for 8. Jonathan put up 8 for you. And 9 is just a little big, okay? 9 is just a little big. Your answer is going to be a 3 by 2. Are y'all struggling on 9? Yes? No? There's the answer for number 9. Tyler put up 9 for us. Very good job, y'all. Anybody lost? Okay, we're going to go over what's going to be on your test. So if you're ready to go, you might want to grab your bell ringers from a while back and a piece of paper or something. We're going to review on your test tomorrow. Okay, Jonathan? Huh? Is your test in a what? No. Heck no. No. You must have lost your mind.
This button.
Yeah.
I'm lost.
Yeah. Where? Alright, y'all grab some paper and maybe some bell ringers and stuff. Alright, y'all got a piece of paper? This is like your quote-unquote study guide, so you might want to grab a piece of paper. You ready? Okay. We're going to review for tomorrow, so grab like a piece of paper or something. Alright, let's see. What if I were to give you... Might want to put like bell ringer test or something, study guide, bell ringer test study guide or something at the top. Alright, let's see. What if I gave you 12x squared plus 4x?
Did we have the announcement?
No, we didn't, actually. I just realized that too. Alright, we're going to factor. So, always, 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 what do you look for first? 3 little letters. GCF, what's the GCF between 12x squared and 4x.
4x.
How much?
4x.
4x. There you go. So what's 12 divided by 4?
3.
3. You took out an x. There you go. So you got 1 left. And 4 divided by 4 is
1.
1. There you go. All right. What if I gave you one like this? What?
I'm not gonna do good on this stuff.
Yes, you are. Why? Look, when you say that, no wonder you're not going to do good.
I don't understand it.
You gotta
It's
believe
not
it.
about running a race. It's about I don't understand.
How many 0 periods have you come to see me, though?
None.
How many bell ringer times did I have to tell you, hey, Jack, get out your bell ringers. Hey, Jack, get out your bell ringers. Uh-huh.
Eventually.
Uh-huh.
I landed.
All right, so look, this one's an easy one. You see you got 3 terms? Do they have anything in common between all 3 of them?
3.
No, that didn't have a 3.
No, oh, no.
They don't have anything in common, right? So since there's not a number here, you just find factors of the back number. What's factors of 27? Uh-huh. 9 and 3. All right, you still trying to get to 12 like always. Which one gets you to 12? 9 and 3.
That's what I just said. You said no.
Huh? Oh, I thought you were saying the GCF is 9 and 3.
As soon as you wrote it, I said 9 and 3. He goes, no.
I thought you said the GCF was 9 and 3. I'm sorry. Oh, where we at? So we got a plus 9 and a plus 3. There you go. Y'all okay?
No.
Why?
I don't understand.
Dude, you gotta know how to factor. Come see me for 0 period. Like, for real. Alright, let's see. What about this one? What if I did 6x squared minus 13x plus 5? What about that one? Connor? Alright, they have anything in common between all 3? Nope. Alright, so you gotta find factors of the front number.
1 and 6.
Uh-huh.
2 and 3.
2 and 3. And then factors of 5. 5 and 1, 1 and 5. There you go. Numbers that multiply to be 6.
Why
And
do
numbers
you
that
have to
multiply.
do 6, though?
Because it's a number in front. This one doesn't have a number in front. This is easy, Jack. When you see one like this one's easy. Okay. Alright, which one do you have to use? Which one's the only pair there?
1 and 5.
1 and 5, right? I have to use these. And where is the 5 at? The 5 this time is the last. It's in the back. So this time we're doing the last, which would be 1 and 5.
Oh, man.
Okay,
Just having
you
a
use 2
wall
and
with
3.
this.
We use 2 and 3
Yeah.
because 5's in the back.
So how do we know where like they go?
You look at where the number is. This is in the back, right? So the 1 and 5 is going to go in the back.
I thought we were trying to find 13.
We are. We're not there yet. We got to do what we can do first. All right, so I got to figure out if I got to use 1 and 6 or 2 and 3, and I'm trying to get to negative 13. So 5 times what number will get me pretty darn close to negative 13?
3.
5 times 3? Okay, let's try that. I don't know why I just read that. 15, right? Let's see.
3x.
3x, right? All right, so look, if I use 3, you have to use the other number with 3. What's the other number with 3? 2. So the inner would be 1 times 2. And that's... All right, 15 and 2 will get you 13, right? But I'm trying to get to negative 13. So how will these two give me negative 13? Mm-hmm. All right, so now you ask yourself, how did I get to 15? Because that's where the negative goes. What did I multiply to get 15? 5 and 3 right here. So that's where the negative goes. So 3x times negative 5 is negative 15. And how did I get the 2? That's 2 times 1.
Oh, okay, I get that one.
That really confused me.
All right. Getting better? Let's see. What about... All right, Jack, we'll do another one like this, okay? So look, you got 3 numbers, right? They don't have anything in common. And there's no number in the front. So you just do factors of this one. You got 1 and 6 and 2 and 3. And you're trying to get to, there's a 1 right here. So you're trying to get to plus 1. So which one of those is going to give me plus 1? 2 and 3. 3 minus 2, right? So I'm going to have a positive 3 and a negative 2. That didn't sound good.
So what's it? You have to put
Right here, x squared. If you were to FOIL it, you'll get the same thing back. You want me to FOIL it and show you?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know what FOIL means.
FOIL is first, outer, inner, last. First is x squared. Outer is negative 2x. Inner is positive 3x. And last is negative 6. Negative 2 plus 3 is positive 1x. It's the same thing. Huh? I know. Alright, let's see. What about... Ooh, let's do these. It's been a minute since we've done these. Alright, you ready? How many terms does this have? 4.
Split it into 2.
There you go. You got to do the grouping. Split it into 2. First 2 get parentheses. Second 2 get parentheses. We did this for like literally a month and a half, y'all. Yeah, keep the negative in there. Alright, these two, what do they both have?
Okay.
K. There you go. So that'd be 3h minus 2.
Which two?
Huh? These first two right here. See how I put parentheses around them? The only thing they have in common is a K. Alright, you got to take this negative sign. So we're going to take a negative. And you got 12 and 8. What does 12 and 8 have in common? 4 is the biggest one. If you don't take the biggest one, then they're not going to match up, okay? So negative 12 divided by negative 4 is 3h. And 8 divided by negative 4 is negative 2. There you go.
How you going to
Huh? Look, right here. These two got to match up, right? If they don't match up, then this number wasn't big enough.
K minus 4?
Yep, K minus 4 and 3h minus 2, or the other way around.
So wait, the first one isn't solved?
Mm-mm.
How do you know which one goes first?
It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Does not matter, Jack. Either one.
I have to put K4.
Yeah, because 3 times 2 is 6, right? But 2 times 3 is still 6. It doesn't matter. Same thing. Let's
We're
do...
doing like number 3 again.
Do one like number 3 again? Okay. Where are we at? Let's do... Like that? Okay. Yep, 4Q. Those are Q's. They got a little tail on it. Alright, you ready? Let's see. Factors of front number and the back number. Turn Siri off. Alright. Which one's the only one that's there? Which one's the only pair you can use? 1 and 3, right? Where is that 3 at? He's in the back. So if he's in the back, that's where 1 and 3 is going to go. Y'all okay so far? Alright, we're trying to get to 2, right? So 3 times which one's going to get me close to 2? Yeah, I'd probably do this one. 3 times 2. Alright, what's 3 times 2? 6. Alright, look. If you use this 2, you have to use the other 2. So 1 times 2 is 2. Oop, no, 6 and 2 is going to give me 4, not 2. That's not going to work. So I can't use that one. Let's use 1 and 4 instead. Let's see. I'd probably use a 1 right here. Let's use that one. And a 4. So we'll see, that's 3 times 1 is 3. And 1 times 4 is 4. That's not going to work either. So do you remember what we call it if it doesn't work? No, not as... You can put no solution. I'll accept no solution. But do you remember the word? It starts with a P. Remember from Algebra 1 and geometry? If you put no solution, I'll accept it though, okay? We call it prime. We call it prime. Look, guys, if you put no solution, I'll accept it, okay? Just, what?
How do we know if it's a prime?
Because it won't give me 2. Look, I used 6 and 2, right? I used all my numbers, and none of them would get me 2.
So it has to equal up to.
Has to.
It can't be close.
Both of those together. Look, the first thing you do is get close to it, right? The first number you get is close to it. But then when you do that other number, if those two numbers together, that was 3 and 4, and that was 2 and 6.
What do you mean together?
Like 2 plus 6 is 8, right? But 2 minus 6 is 4. Neither one of those is 2. If I add these two, 3 plus 4 is 7. 3 minus 4 is 1.
So one of the two things has to equal 2.
Has to.
So like, if one side equals 2 and the other side doesn't, it's okay.
Both of them together have to give you 2. Together.
How do you put them together?
The way we did the outer, we multiply these outer numbers right here. That's 3. 1 times 3. This is inner. 1 times 4. 3 and 4. If you add them, that's 7. That's not 2. If you subtract them, that's negative 1. That's not 2. So they're not going to work. Yes, ma'am.
Why do they put the Q with the beginnings?
Oh, I didn't put it here, did I? Sorry.
Okay.
I just didn't split them up. All right, let's do one more of another kind. Well, never mind. There you go. Bye, guys. Jack, if you're not ready tomorrow, you can always come during 0 period another day and take it, okay? Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.